Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream on the channel. Lots of things to go through. Tonight we have our fifth signing of the season confirmed in winger Stephy Mavididi from Montpellier. So of course we're going to be going through him tonight. Also going through the pre-season campaign. Of course that is now complete and our next fixture will be the opening game of the championship season against Coventry. We'll also have a quick look at some other transfer news as well, because has been a bit going on today around Leicester. But yeah, the main news is obviously Stephy Mavididi has officially joined at Leicester City, the longest transfer in our history. Another reason why we shouldn't have gone to Thailand, but it's finally done. It's over the line, and we've finally got a winger. In my opinion, it's too late, but anyway, he's here now, so it is all good. But yeah, make sure to let me know your thoughts. We'll go in depth on the player tonight. We'll go into how he could fit into the Enzo Maresca system, because personally, I think this guy could be involved in the opening game, because obviously right now he is our only real winger, realistically, apart from Seal Brighton and some of the youngsters as well. But yeah, make sure to go and drop a like. I'll get into the chat now, but obviously it's been announced about 6 o'clock today that Stephy Mavididi has joined Leicester, and I finally mastered his name. So it's all good, boys and girls. But yeah, let's get into the chat. Loads of you boys in it tonight. We'd love to see it. Who was the first man in here tonight? Lovely stuff. 60. I know it's a bit of a late one tonight, isn't it? Jerry, welcome to the stream. Leicester for life. Lookman/Tete vibes. Yeah, hopefully he can be better than our boy Tete. It's not going to be hard, is it? But yeah, hopefully so. Should have been making these signings 12 months ago. Yeah, obviously the money situation, but you know, if you look at it, this guy he could probably be a Premier League player. So I think it's a very good piece of business. It's a top signing for not too much money either. Long contract. He's originally from England. He knows the game in England a bit as well. So it's not like we're signing a random player from the French League who may take a bit long to adapt. I think it would take a bit of time to adapt, obviously, but I think this one he's more likely to hit the ground running, which is always a positive. Lookman and Tete were so different. Yeah, but he's still a winger in it. Tete was good for one game. Yep. 6 more days to Coventry, indeed. We will touch upon that tonight a little bit. Mavididi, let's go. Lovely stuff. Job process, say at Swansea, did see that, yeah. Hello, user 1246. First man with Mavididi on the profile picture. We love it. Watford fan/Leicester fan, welcome to the stream. Hello, Rene. Hope you're doing all right. I'm not too bad myself. I think so. I had someone back. There we go. Hello, Hayden as well. So there we go, boys and girls. But yeah, obviously, like I said, a 5-year contract for Stephy Mavididi, undisclosed fee, but it is about 6.5 million, I've heard. So not too much at all. And obviously, that contract is very nice as well. I'm not too sure how much money he's obviously going to be on, but I'd imagine it would probably be a decent amount with him coming in. He's probably going to be straight into that first team squad. Based upon how we played in the pre-season games, it looks like we are going to be playing this 4-3-3 kind of formation, as we know, with Ricardo coming inside as well. But yeah, let's have a look then at Stephy Mavididi and what he had to say on the Leicester website. I won't go on for too long because I know it's a bit boring, but we always do it anyway, so why not? But to be fair, I'm liking what he's saying so far. Obviously, you can go and watch the full interview. Obviously, talked about the facilities, which obviously everyone says that. But yeah, this is key. Personally, I wanted to come back to England. I felt like it was time to come home and continue my football here. It was one that was in the pipeline for a while. Myself and my family are just happy to see it's over the line. And obviously, this guy originally from Derby, so he is kind of a local lad. I don't know who he supports, but yeah, I think it's good. Obviously, he's got the move out to France for Montpellier for a few years as well. He's played in in Italy, I think, for a season as well. So he's got it there and done well, ish. And obviously now he's come back to England, where hopefully he can take the next step in his career. He's only 25 as well, so still quite a bit of time to progress. And I wouldn't say he's a young player, but I think the likes of someone like Enzo Maresca can really help him, you know, get to that next level as well. Because as we know, Enzo has worked quite well with youngsters in the past. But yeah, I talked about his move to Italy, went for a year. Obviously, that gives him good experience, and as we know, went to France as well. So it's all good. Every attacker loves to score goals, and obviously that's going to be key. It's all good having these wingers so you can beat a man and stuff, but it's all about that end product. And I think based on pre-season so far, that's one thing Leicester have been lacking, is that end product. So hopefully, with Steffi coming in, he can try and provide that a bit more for Leicester as well. So The Championship is a league that Mavididi is familiar with from a loan spell with Preston North End, and all eyes in preparations for the first fixture of the campaign. Obviously, he was at the Arsenal Academy. He was also at the Juventus Academy for a bit as well. So, yeah, there we go. And as he said, he's previously played in the Football League as well, which is all good experience. But yeah, Leicester are back now from Asia. I think they flew back last night. So hopefully Mavididi can get some good training in. Obviously, there is an open training session on Wednesday. If any of you guys are going, I'm not. But we may be able to see him in a bit of action there as well, which is all good to see. So, yeah, I won't go on about his interview for too long because it just gets a bit a bit long. But yeah, let's get into the chat. Where are we? All right. Messi or Ronaldo, right? This going to cause controversy, but I'm a Ronaldo fan. All right, don't kill me. I've always preferred Ronaldo. Okay, we've got Stephy Mavididi. He's running down the wing. I've seen that chant as well. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's Messi. Fair enough. User it, yes. It's always going to be controversial, but I've always been a Ronaldo fan, so there we go. But yeah, it's good debate in the chat. Yeah, back onto Mavididi. Who cares about these anyway? They're finished now. But yeah, as we know, we've discussed him a lot since he got linked, which is about a month ago now. The rumours been going around for ages on it. But obviously, Stephy Mavididi is a left winger. He previously actually played up front for a bit. Ignore the scouting wonder kids ad, which could actually be up Saudi bids. Get it. But yeah, obviously he's played as a centre forward as well and as a second striker, so he's a bit versatile. And as we know, he's 25 years old, plays on the left, etc., etc. So yeah, it's all good. He's played for the England Academy as well, so there's something in him. Which player do you prefer, Mavididi or Samare? Jeez, a bit random, but there you go. But yeah, I think it's a good signing. Obviously, when we first talked about him, I wasn't too keen, based on some things, some stats and whatnot. But all in all, if you look at it, obviously, he's coming from Montpellier, where they were playing a style of play which pretty much it did limit him, especially with his goal scoring output. So I think with Leicester, who's going to be on the ball a lot more than Montpellier were, he can really try and get the best out of someone like him, who's obviously going to thrive in a team which is obviously attacking constantly and not having the odd counter attack here and there, playing against lots of PSG and Marseille and whatnot week in, week out. So yeah, I think his stats aren't great on paper, but you have to look at the context beyond that. And I still think it can be a decent signing. And it's another exciting signing as well. Someone a bit unknown, could work one or two ways again, but we'll have to see how it does go. There we go. God, he's Messi Ronaldo debate in the chat tonight. I didn't expect this earlier. I ain't gonna go on about it because I've always been Ronaldo, to be fair, Passy, but it's a bit late in it tonight, boys. Not 9 o'clock. It is a bit late, but yeah, I don't know. Should we talk a bit more about Mavididi or not? Because we've discussed him so many times on the channel. I keep bringing up the same bits. I don't want to overdo it really. But all in all, we can talk about Messi and Ronaldo, but Mavididi is clear in my book. So yeah, lovely stuff. But yeah, I've heard that Mavididi might have the number 10 shirt as well, which is on the website. So he could be obviously replacing the James Maddison number as well. I think the squad numbers will get announced in the next couple of days as well, if you're waiting on a kit or anything like that as well. But personally, I think we could see him first game, really, because right now I'd rather play him than Albrighton, to be fair. I don't think Albrighton was bad against Liverpool. He was all right in the first half. I think he played about 60 minutes. He was all right, but I think we can do a bit better than that. So, yeah, exactly, Diego, mate. You know it. But, yeah, talking of other players, we definitely do need a right winger and a centre midfielder as well. And your boy, Borges, the guy who's meant to be going West Ham, doesn't look like he is. So he could be back on the cards for Leicester. But Rob Taylor said earlier on that there will be more players coming through the door up until the transfer deadline day. So I've said this a few times, but if Leicester aren't, top 6, first 4 games this season, don't get too disheartened by it, because it's going to take a long time. We're still going to have players just going through the door, and even Burnley took a few games to get going last season on the company, and look what they ended up. They won the league by Easter, so yeah, I think it's going to be a long process. And if we do lose to Coventry or don't win against Coventry, I hope people don't get on the back of the players immediately. Obviously, if we get battered 4-5-0, yeah, but I think it is a process which we have got to trust. Like Arsenal have done, and look what they've done. But yeah, we're gonna have a look at some in-play bits on Mavididi. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted here, but let's risk it for a biscuit. There's a game going on in the corner, but there we go. So yeah, if you go back up to the top, obviously, if you look at his heat map, he's predominantly on that left-hand side. Comes in field a bit as well. It's not very concentrated in much area apart from obviously there, but yeah, obviously he's a left winger. Defensive work rate. This is from the 2019-20 campaign. So yeah, he was primarily used as a centre forward in this one. Then he was deployed in various positions for this club in Italy. So yeah, he's versatile. He's played across the front three a bit, but I think in recent years he's mainly been out on that left, and obviously here he's tracking back inside as well, which I think will be crucial for Leicester if we want to get the ball turned over quickly. But I think for most of it, Leicester will obviously be dominating the ball, but the press is still going to be key, and I think the press in some games has been quite well, doing quite well as well. So yeah, if you look at him, here, so he was required to sit deep quite a bit with obviously his back to play, which is obviously not good, and that resulted. And this is the thing: his stats are obviously not great, but even here, if you look at this club, he's receiving the ball back to play, and as a winger, you don't really want that. So once again, it's kind of restricted him once again, and I think this move to Leicester could very much let him loose a bit and let him express himself a bit in a team which is probably going to be a lot more on the ball. And I'd rather run at people. If he loses the ball now and again, it's fine, but as long as he can get past his man and have put a good delivery on or take a shot or whatever, I'm not too fussed. And that's the thing with wingers. With Barnes, his output was very good, and that's what we need. It's all good taking players on here and there, but it's just a matter of putting the ball into the back of the net. So yeah, that's my opinions on it. And once again, you can just see how deep this guy is. So yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, I think based on the clubs he's at, I think we may get a different picture of when he starts for Leicester, which may be this Sunday against Coventry. So yeah, I'm nervous for the Cov game. I don't know. I'm not even really thought about it, to be fair. It's like next week. I haven't realised it. We've been to Napoli and Porto, Copenhagen, and Rome this season. And what we play in Rotherham. Big up to Rotherham though. What a side. Coventry good at sitting back. So I think Leicester fans will be. I think the game against Coventry is going to be difficult because they are obviously up there last year, and obviously we'll discuss this in a lot more detail on Saturday night with the match preview. I think I'm gonna have a Coventry fan coming on as well, so that obviously he can give us a bit of an insight on how they're looking as well. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. I don't think it's going to be very high scoring. It will be quite cagey. Leicester will obviously not want to lose. We are the favourites, obviously, being the home side, obviously being Leicester, coming back down from the Prem. But yeah, it's one of them, really. And it's a game you don't really want to lose because, if Leicester lose this game to start the season, it will just put a big negative immediately, which we don't really want. Because Cov have been playing the same system for ages, whereas yeah, and that's the thing. Just like I said, if Leicester are, if there's still a bit of imbalance in play in the first couple of games, just fly down the stairs. Fair enough. At 9 o'clock on a Monday. Yeah. I hope we get Lookman, to be honest, on the right. I hope we get Lookman. Hopefully that's going to happen. I'll definitely take Lookman back, but it's never going to happen in a million years. Did Coventry end up selling the Swedish striker? Yeah, they did. Gyökeres. Tete. Why is Tete still on your thing? He's on the free, to be fair. Yeah, Swan Lisbon. Ease win, hopefully so. Iverson off. Yeah, we'll discuss that in a minute. Apparently 5 million for Iverson, which is a bit of a an interesting one. But yeah, fair enough. If Leicester want to sell him, I guess we should. But you know what? Let's move on to some other transfer news then today. because obviously we talked about Mavididi enough. But this one's going to be an interesting one, I think, around Timothy Castagne, because personally, I just want to see him go, to be fair. If he wants to go, let him go. I don't really rate him anyway. So, but yeah, this is from Ben Jacobs, so fairly reliable. Leicester City boss Enzo Maresca is confident he can keep hold of Belgium international Timothy Castagne this summer, despite interest in his services from elsewhere. Castagne would like to join Juventus, and that is from this source, which has 596,000 followers, so it must be fairly reliable-ish. So, thoughts on that, boys? But yeah, I think with Castagne, we've obviously got the likes of Justin and Christensen there. It's obvious that Maresca rates Castagne high. He rates him higher than Justin because Justin's barely been involved in pre-season, really. So it's clear to see that Maresca wants to keep him for some reason. So I thought against, obviously it's one game, but I thought against Liverpool, Castagne was pretty poor, to be fair. He's been poor for a while, hasn't he? So if it was up to me, I'd let him go. But Juventus and these stupid Italian clubs don't have much dosh to spend around, do they? So they're still going to try and do a loan deal. And obviously we had the standard rumour of Dennis Pratt to Torino earlier on today. But I don't know, really. I think, if that's to get rid of Castagne, we probably then need to go and bring in a new fullback, though. So I don't know. Is it worth it? I'm not too sure. And there's talks around him to Fulham and Crystal Palace, I've heard as well. So I don't know. But I think if he was going to go to Juventus, it's going to be a loan because Juventus are just messing around with his transfer fee and they're just taking an absolute age. So yeah, I think with Castagne, it's one of them, really. Obviously, he's a half decent player. He's good on his day, but I don't know. He kind of peaked in his first 5 games for Leicester. Then since then was pretty bad. Is Mavididi? To be fair, he has replied to a few fans on Twitter, which is good to see. I think the main goal regarding transfers is keeping Ricardo. Yeah, he'll stay. He's so crucial to Enzo's system. And number 10 would be good too, of course. Yeah, 100%. And we need someone to fill that role of Wilfred Ndidi because we cannot be having Wilfred Ndidi being one of our attacking threats because he ain't going to be much of a threat, is he? He may score the odd goal now and again, but we could really do with someone just in that role. And I really don't get why Maresca seems to be playing in there because it honestly looks like that's the plan. Against Northampton, I thought it was a bit of a joke, but it didn't look like it. So it's a bit weird. Obviously, he did score against Port FC, which isn't hard, but yeah. I don't know. I just think we need someone to fill that Ndidi role in. But he's saying number 10. I don't even know what position Ndidi is. And, it's hard to look at this Enzo Maresca team on paper, really, because it's just so interchangeable. Obviously, you have Ricardo coming into that midfield alongside wings. But, sometimes you've got players popping up here, there and everywhere. So I think it's very hard to really get that set team. And obviously, the team will come out on Sunday. But you don't know where. You don't know who's going to play where. Also, we got lots of Luke Thomas as backup in that area as well, and fullback. Mavididi looks like Lookman a bit. He does a little bit, to be fair. But yeah, if he can play like Lookman, it would be very nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. So other news then on the Daniel Iverson. Leicester want 5 million. That is from the Daily Mail. It's not that reliable, but I don't know, 5 million, it seems pretty low. But then again, if Leicester want him gone, I don't really. I think Iverson will probably want to go because, he's getting replaced by a fellow Dane, and obviously we still got Ward and stuff. So if Iverson was to go, I don't think we would need a replacement if we kept hold of Danny Ward. And obviously we got Smith as backup as well. We've got a few younger goalkeepers as well in the ranks. So of course we've got Jakub Stolacek as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be against it. It's a bit disappointing because I think he's a decent keeper, but obviously he doesn't fit our system. And watching Mads Hermansen on Sunday, personally, I thought he looked really good. Obviously, you can see the 4, but I think his passing ability was top notch. So I think it looks like Mads is going to be obviously our new number 1. So yeah, I don't blame Iverson if he wants to go because he's not going to want to sit on the bench once again, where he could probably get a move to a championship club and play week in, week out, just like he did at Preston a couple of years ago as well. So yeah, we'll see how that will develop. Obviously, there's no interest. It's just Leicester putting a price tag on him, but you could see the likes of Preston, who he was at previously, coming for Daniel Iverson again. So yeah, if we sell Iverson for 5 mil, to be honest, I want to keep him. I'd rather sell Danny Ward. I agree, but then again, you have to look at it from the player perspective. Iverson is not going to want to sit on the bench as a second string keeper again because obviously he came in the back end of last season and was better than Ward, so he's probably coming into the season thinking he was going to start, and then his fellow Dane, Matt Emerson, comes in, looks like he's going to be starting ahead. So yeah, even Iheanacho in Didi's position will be better than, yeah. The only thing I'll say of that is obviously it's a lot deeper than the Iheanacho's played before, so I don't know how Enzo would play him, but then again, it's hard to. Obviously, you can say who Enzo prefers from the lineups in pre-season, but the games we've seen have been very limited. So I think it's still a long way off to really see what Enzo's favourite team would be. I think we may get a better picture like October, November time, really, because right now it seems very difficult. And we are going to have a look at a potential team for the Coventry game in a minute. And, you know, if you base it on the Liverpool game, you could see Yannick Westergaard starting, really, because we still haven't got an update around the fitness of Conor Cody, have we? And it doesn't look like Enzo really suits our. Also, we've got Rufaz in there as well. So who knows? Who knows? It's time for Preston, probably so. God, Bro's on the full team. Yeah, we love that. Big Johnny. Yeah, we're missing Johnny, aren't we? I think we need a striker. Is Nacho a go? I don't know about Nacho. Obviously, you had them links to Forest, Everton. They've all died down. So I don't know. The longer the days go past, looks like Kelechi could be staying. So, and hopefully he does, because I think he could do good for us this year. How Ward going to be number 2? But I think the shirts will get done soon. I don't think he'll keep number 1. You know what? I'll sell Iverson and buy a second choice G keeper. I don't know. I don't. Is there much point? I'd rather sign a right winger than a backup goalkeeper. Ward's, to be fair, when Ward was back, he wasn't even that bad, was he? But yeah, I don't know. I think Ward still could play the odd game here and there and a cup or something. But and then again, I'm not really fussed about the cups this year either. So as long as Matt Emerson don't get injured, I think we'll be fine, really. So I don't think it's an area which Leicester should be prioritising, because I'd rather us get in the centre mid and the right winger and maybe another striker. I think that's a bit more important. Will be first team, hopefully. So yeah, I think it was on loan at, I think it's Carlisle. I think last year, off the top of my head, or was it? I don't know actually. I don't know about that. Ben Nelson over Vestergaard. Yeah, we could see him get involved. It is a crazy fella, and I think he'll return when the streams come back. It could be one of these. It could be someone in the chat now just changed the name. Who knows? Who knows? But we all love Big Johnny, don't we? He did say that Maresca would join, I think, anyway, didn't he? But yeah, a bit more then. Nothing new here. Dennis Pratt to Torino. Water is wet. This happens every single week. But yeah, Torino are preparing a new offer for Leicester player Dennis Pratt. They are expected to open fresh talks to the player soon. Why the hell do you need to open talks to the player? I do not know, when you've apparently been opening talks for the last 2 years. And Dennis Pratt was obviously on loan there as well a couple of years ago. So, yeah, I don't get this one. It's said that Leicester want a fee in the region of €7 million. So that's probably about 6 million, obviously British, for the player. And it would remain to see whether Torino will meet the Fox's expectations. So I can't see that happening. I don't think Torino are going to be paying that at all. And they probably want to loan him once again, because the talent clause and transfers are just a bit random. But I don't know. Personally, I've always rated Dennis Pratt. I'd want to see him stay just for one more year, because I think he could do quite well. And so far in the pre-season games, he seems to have a bit of an aggressive side to him as well. So, and I like that. So, I don't know with Dennis Pratt. But then again, just as I said a few times, if Dennis Pratt does go, it will be very late on in the window as well. So hopefully that's to have a few players in mind for that centre midfielder role as well. So, yeah, I was gonna discuss the Liverpool game, but obviously we did a full live watch along for that yesterday. I did get quite annoyed, to be fair, when we conceded in 3 goals in 7 minutes, which I think is understandable. But obviously it's only pre-season. Liverpool are obviously a top side who are going to be back up there this year. So I don't think we should read too much into it. And I think we should just try and take the positives from that first half an hour or so. But then again, to concede that amount of goals weren't great, was it? But yeah, just to wrap things up tonight, though, boys. Let's have a quick look at how he could line up against Coventry. Obviously, it's just under a week away. We are building up to that first game of the season. Obviously, there'll be focused content on the Coventry game on Saturday night for the match preview. But Could Leicester line up like this? This is not what this is what I think could happen. It's not what I want to see, obviously, because this fella's playing here. But if I was being realistic, based upon the games we've seen so far, this could well be the team we go over to start against Coventry. I don't want this to be the team. Obviously, I'd rather, in an ideal world, you want Cody here. But if not, I'd probably put Woot there or Sutar, but it doesn't look like Enzo's a big fan of them. And I'd probably have Justin here or something as well. But yeah, in the game against Liverpool, obviously Ricardo started as that kind of left back, and then obviously moved in here with Winks and whatnot. And then you had, and obviously that freed up Ndidi to obviously progress a bit more here. But yeah, I think Disbrew's going to stay on the left. I think he was quite good on Sunday. I think he's definitely going to be in the team as well. And the front three is interesting as well. I don't think Vardy's going to be starting because he hasn't played for a while. I don't know what his injury situation is or what's going on with him. There's been no update at all. I wish the press conferences would just say it, because every press conference out in Asia has just been the constant, what have you learned from Pep? How are you going to play? You know what I mean? I'd just rather get that the news. But anyway, but the winger situation, obviously I bid up Casey McAteer a lot. I thought he was very good on the weekend. It could well be that Stephy Mavididi makes his first start on the left in his first ever game for the club. Could well be Enzo Maresca on the right as well, or maybe even Michael Brighton. I don't know, but I think team selection come 11 o'clock on Sunday is going to be incredibly interesting. It's very difficult to really pinpoint who's going to play where. So yeah. I don't know, boys. Thoughts? What are we thinking with this? We could have obviously Dennis Pratt come in this and Diddy role potentially. I think he'll be more suited to it, but I don't think he's that suited for it. But then, if you look at this, like obviously Leicester are going to be trying to play this kind of box midfield, kind of like that, and obviously the back three will obviously shuffle off into this kind of shape. If you just look at this four-man midfield, where the hell do the goals come from? Do you know what I mean? Dewsbury might get the odd goal outside the box now and again, but he isn't clinical. Ndidi. Winks he's not a prolific goal scorer. He's more for the build-up. Ricardo will probably score the odd goal if he gets a chance, but I don't think he's going to be advancing that far. And then you got Dak, who will score if the ball comes right to his foot. If not, he's hopeless because his first touch is worse than mine. Mavididi, we don't know, and Enzo Maresca is a bit of an unknown entity as well. So, you know what I mean? If you look at this team on paper, it'll probably do well controlling the game. But where the hell did the goals come from? Yeah, last year we had Madison, Tillemans, who could all score. We had Barnes, who was clinical on the left. You had Vardy and Iheanacho, or even that, that you could probably get a goal from them now, And you know what I mean? It's like, I just don't get really where the goals come from. So, I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I think Leicester do need to bring a midfielder in for this role here, who has a bit more end product and potentially could be, I don't know if is that his name? I don't know, but Ilias Chair. I think the rumours that there was a report the other day that the rumours are kind of, I did see something about it. So maybe Leicester could reignite their interest. And as of right now, QPR are in a right bad situation. So he may want to leave. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let's get into the chat. I was waffling on for a while there, but I don't know what team I'm going to go with on the match preview. We'll have to see. But yeah, let's jump into the chat. Where are we? Like Pep changed Stones centre back to CDM. Enzo might do the same. Yeah, but hasn't he got the characteristics for a right winger? I don't think so. Maybe. Thoughts overall? On what it's done so far, I think it's all positive. It's a nice mix of obviously experience and youth, but I just think we need to get a few more players in the door. I think it started off very well with the double signing of Winks and Cody, but this Stephy Mavididi deal took a long time to get over the line. And that's partly down to our pre-season tour in Asia, which is another stupid reason why there's no point going there at all. But PRFC, but yeah. I just think it would have been so much more. It would have been much more easier just to stay in England, play a few games, even a few behind closed doors at Seagrave. Stops the travel, allows us to actually confirm signings because the media team were obviously out there, so they couldn't do anything. So yeah, it took a long time, but obviously the deal for Mavididi did take a while with the payment structure as well. Obviously he had his original medical. then went back to Montpellier, then Leicester, and he came back to Leicester and had to retest him. So, yeah, it took a long time, but finally it's done. Yeah, to be fair, Tete is a sexy lad. Coventry doubled their season ticket count. Don't know, but they still won't sell out anyway with it. McAteer can be right mid. I don't even know if Wanya Marcel Mavididi is left mid or right mid. I think he's right. Wanya Marcel. I think was McAteer on the left. I think. Oh yeah, it was obviously Albrighton started on the right and McAteer started on the left, didn't he? And then I believe it was Mavididi. He went right. I think for Albrighton. I believe. I don't know. He's secretly a Leicester fan. He's a Hamza Chowdhury enthusiast, aren't you? I hope Leicester God don't start. Yeah, neither do I. I think Enzo might do a back three, potentially so. But obviously on paper, when Ricardo goes into midfield, it is a back three. But I think the defensive structure we went with against Liverpool was obviously like a 4-5-1 block with the wingers going very deep. Obviously, that may be slightly different against different opposition because obviously Liverpool are going to pose as a much more attacking threat than someone like Coventry will. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the setup which Leicester get. And I won't really have a good view of the setup from my season ticket. But yeah, it's going to be good to go there. Is that who? Is that meant to, is that a troll name? I don't know. I've never heard of him, to be fair, bro. Never heard of it. It does look pretty. It does, doesn't it, on paper, to be fair. We've all picked it up, but when you look at it, it's like, but I don't know. I think the depth of the squad is the main bonus. I think. Patience, bro. Patience. But yeah, anyways, that's where I think we're going to wrap up the stream tonight. We've gone through everything. Obviously, we have discussed Mavididi a while ago for a very long time, so I didn't want to bore you guys and go through the same stats as we've done about 2 or 3 times. So yeah, thank you very much for coming in tonight, boys and girls. Massively appreciated. The countdown to the season is very much on. I'm going to try and upload as many videos ahead of the Coventry game. Obviously, we'll have the preview on Saturday. I'm going to try and do a full season preview on the Friday, as obviously the Championship season does begin on Friday with Sheffield Wednesday versus Southampton, which will be an interesting game. And hopefully we can get a bit more transfer news in the coming days as well. So, yeah, make sure to go and drop a like if you haven't already. Like I said, it massively helps out the channel. If you've got any videos you want to see me do before now and commentary, make sure to let me know in the chat or in the comments. And I will see you boys in the next one. Stay safe, up the Leicester, and welcome to Leicester City. Mavididi.